Today we're talking about the DJI ban and how that'll affect content creators like myself and small businesses across America. I'm Eric, aka Rooster, with Roosters Media, and this is The Drive. Okay, if you haven't heard, the U.S. government has been trying to ban DJI from the United States for years now. And it looks like they're finally going to be able to do it under the guise of national security. Now, how is this going to affect content creators like myself and small business owners that utilize DJI products to do their work and to make their living? Well, it's not going to be good, folks. It's not going to be good at all. First of all, I am definitely a patriot. I consider myself a patriot. I love America. And if something is truly going to harm national security, I believe it should be dealt with. That being said, I think that the U.S. government has a lot better things to do and a lot bigger things to worry about than DJI drones and DJI camera equipment. I can understand how they could use national security when it comes to these drones and cameras if they're being used for security purposes. If the government is using these drones or camera equipment. But most governments haven't been allowed to use DJI products for some time. Now, I'm talking about the consumer drone market. Not commercial drones for the most part. I'm talking about camera drones that are used for content creation, like the mini drones that DJI produces, and all the way up to the mid-sized consumer drones. These drones are basically used as cameras. Cameras that can take light and cameras that can take extremely good video and video that is worthy of being posted on YouTube and other social media outlets. Now, national security has nothing to do with what's posted on YouTube. The kind of videos that are being taken for YouTube and for other social media outlets. Or national security is also has nothing to do with somebody utilizing these drones for taking real estate videos and things of that nature. So to use national security as an excuse to ban these drones is just ridiculous in my eyes. Personally, I think there's some politicians that are probably getting their pockets lined by Skydio and some other American-made drone companies, drone manufacturers, to push this ban. Now, I would love to buy an American-made drone. Don't get me wrong. I would love to buy American. But that being said, there are really no American drone manufacturers that make the equivalent of what DJI manufactures in the consumer-grade market. I've looked. I've looked through several different companies, and they don't seem to carry anything that's even remotely equivalent. For an example, I have a DJI Mavic 3 Pro. It has a 5.4K camera on it. It's a Hasselblad camera. It takes extremely great video. It's a very stable drone. But it's primarily for the consumer market, for content creators, for people that take videos for real estate, things of that nature. And I paid, pretty close to $2,300 for that drone from DJI. And in order for me to get an equivalent American-made drone, I would have to end up paying somewhere in the neighborhood of $5,000 to $10,000 to find an equivalent drone that would take the quality of video that I need to take. Now, that's obnoxious in my opinion, totally obnoxious. I don't understand why American drone manufacturers or American electronic companies can't come up with a drone similar to the Mavic 3 Pro for a competitive price. This is where I think capitalism works. Let the market work itself out. If an American company can produce a drone that can compete with the DJI drones, well, then make the drone and sell it. And I'm sure people will buy it. But the unfortunate thing is they don't seem to do it. DJI has the consumer drone market pretty much locked down. Why? Because they make a great product. I've owned several DJI drones. I've owned the Mini 2, the Air 2S. I've got a Mavic 3 Pro. But I've also got non-drone equipment from them as well. I had the Pocket 2. I have the Pocket 3 that came out not too long ago, and I have a couple of their action cameras. And DJI just makes really good quality camera equipment for a good price, for a reasonable price. Now, that being said, again, I would love to buy an American drone or American cameras that took the same quality of video for at least close to the same price as DJI. But again, it doesn't seem like any of the American manufacturers are willing to take the steps necessary to create quality equipment and sell it for a quality price. If they did, I'm sure I'm not the only one that would purchase them. And for our government to ban consumer drones made by DJI from consumers, from Americans, under the guise of national security, again, to me, is just obnoxious and ridiculous. I'm sure there are a lot of things we need to worry about national security-wise as far as the Chinese go. All the tech and intellectual stuff they've been stealing with us over the decades that have just been allowed to happen over the decades, that we need to worry about. Chinese drones flying over our country, or Chinese balloons flying over our country and taking video and pictures of our military bases, that we need to worry about, but we barely did anything about that. We seem to be more focused on banning consumer drones. And the only people that's going to end up hurting it's not going to hurt China. Sure, it's going to put a dent in DJI's pocket, but it's going to end up hurting a little guy here in the United States. It's going to end up hurting content creators like myself. I have another channel. It's called Rooster's Road Trips, where I do road trip videos and nature videos. And I rely on this equipment to be able to do those videos and provide the type of quality to be able to build my channel like I would like to build it. And now it's going to be affected because the drone equipment, the camera equipment I'm going to be able to buy, or used to be able to buy from DJI at a decent price, I'm not going to be able to get in. The ban hasn't taken place yet, but DJI has pretty much taken themselves out of the U.S. market. If you go to their website and you try to buy one of their drones now, it just comes up out of stock. And if you do try to buy it, good luck trying to get it through customs. I've watched a bunch of horror stories regarding people actually being able to find one and purchase it, but trying to get the drone through customs is another whole story. So the only people that this ban is going to end up hurting is consumers like myself, content creators, hobbyists, people that count on good priced drones to do their work, like real estate agents that use the drones to do videos, home inspections, things of that nature. It's really sad that it has gotten to this point. Now, if the government would like to take some of that money and give it to some of the drone manufacturers in the U.S. to help them get to the point where they can create good quality consumer drones, content creator oriented or camera oriented, I'm all for that, but it's going to take a while for them to get them on board. And I don't know if they're ever going to even care about that market, because they haven't ever seemed to care about it before. And now with DJI possibly being banned, somebody in America needs to step up. One of the drone manufacturers in America really needs to step up, because they will be able to capture the market that DJI captured for the last decade, and that's a huge market. DJI drones are known to be the best consumer drones out there for the dollar that you have to pay for them. For the money, you can't beat a DJI drone. So what I would appreciate and what I would recommend is all you content creators out there that utilize a drone, all you people that use drones for real estate marketing, all the small businesses that utilize DJI drones for your business, you might want to get a hold of your congressman or your senator and express how you feel about this potential ban. And maybe if they get enough letters and enough phone calls, emails, maybe they'll put this to bed and find something else to go after. Again, I'm all for national security, but I don't think this really has anything, in my opinion, I don't think this has anything to do with national security. To me, it seems more like some lobbyists are lining some politicians' pockets to push this. So if you agree with me, comment below and let me know. And if you disagree with me and you have some other reasons why you think that DJI drones should be, or DJI equipment should be banned, go ahead and comment below and let me know your thoughts on the subject. I'd really like to hear from you, and I'd really like to see what you have as far as comments go. If you are in the content creation business and you utilize DJI drones and you have found an equivalent or you found a brand that you're going to switch to, please comment below, because I'm interested in what brand you would choose to fulfill the needs that your former DJI drone fulfilled. So again, folks, I'm a patriot. I love America, but doesn't our government have something better to do than to ban hobby drones and consumer drones from people that need them? If the government wants to ban it from the government, then go ahead and do so. But let us make the choice on whether or not we want to utilize these drones for our businesses and to create our content. That's my thoughts about the whole subject. And until next time, I'm Eric, and this is The Drive.